Hello and welcome to another Town Hall update from the Gilbert 3 Career and Technical Center. My name is Coleman Bruman and I'm the proud principal here at the GRCTC. I just have a few topics to talk to you about that I've interacted with some families and some community members about. And so we're going to talk about schedules, making sure that you understand the timing of the GRCTC, and then talk a little bit about face-to-face versus remote instruction. So the first piece to clear up is all about our school calendar and our A-B schedule. So we still are an A-B block just like we were last year, but how we implement it is different. So looking at the weeks here in August, if you look at the yellow days, those are our A days, and then the blank days are our B days. What you'll notice is that every Monday and Wednesday is an A day, and every Tuesday and Thursday is a B day. So go ahead and start making those plans now, but next week on the A day, so on Monday the 17th, it will be an A day once again. What will change though is the Friday. Fridays are alternating on their own schedule. So this week we will have 2 B days in a row. So make sure you log into those classes. That's periods 5, 6, and 7, 8. So that's our AM and PM sessions. Now that you've had a review of the yearly schedule and how the A-B block scheduling works, let's just take a minute to remind ourselves about how our sessions work. So again, next week we will be starting at 8:40 for the login time for first and fifth period. But unlike your traditional high school that it's a 70-minute period while we're on this virtual instruction, we will go for 2 hours and 20 minutes. Most of our teachers are doing a fantastic job of doing some presentation and then logging out and then logging back in to check the work and give feedback and then logging out to maybe read something and then wrapping up the lesson at the end. But these sessions can last for that duration, and so please plan accordingly. The lunch times are going to be the same this week from last week, and this schedule is what all the district will work with for the duration of our 4-week transitional period. Remember, from now until Labor Day, we are online only, so make sure you're keeping up with that hotspot, that Chromebook, that iPad, or your home computer, making sure you have that solid, reliable connection each and every day so you can connect with the teachers and learn the appropriate information. Over the course of the last 2 weeks, the teachers, myself, my assistant principal, the teams here at the GRCTC, and the GISD Career and Technical Department have been working together to figure out what do we do after Labor Day for all of our students. As you know and I know, most of our programs require lots of hands-on implementation of the program to demonstrate their learning. So let's talk a little bit about what TEA says. The Texas Education Agency says that CTE courses could require at least a portion of the course to be completed on campus, regardless if a student selects virtual or face-to-face instruction. Why are we doing this? Well, we have specialized equipment, we have direct supervision of hands-on activities, and we have specific materials and technology that we use to award credit. So what this means is you could have a virtual student where you made that decision as a family, but you need to come to the GRCTC for some advanced coursework. So that could be culinary, it could be firefighting. But I'm going to give you some examples today and walk you through 5 typical ones here at the GRCTC. But over the next week, especially on Monday and Tuesday when y'all return on that A and B day, our teachers will be reviewing it with your students. And make sure you talk with your student about it and also check through their Canvas and see the information that the teacher has shared so you're well informed about what we'll do here at the center. So let's start right here in our electrical lab. Our electrical lab would be an example of where face-to-face is required for Electrical 2 and Practicum in Electrical. We'll leave the course titles out for a second, just talk about what's needed. Yes, you see a little area where we can have some presentation of new material, but most, if not all of the class is centered around the lab area where they practice with the materials, they practice wiring a house, they use the tools, and it's all about that hands-on real-life application. So in this classroom, this would be a great example of a class that requires face-to-face instruction, even if the family picks virtual. As another example, here we are in our fashion lab, and you can see the sewing machines and the smart board at the front. And this class has a significant amount of material that is demonstrated in front of the teacher. However, it could be a little bit different. Say, for example, if they are teaching about color theory, they may spend a duration of a class period in front of the class teaching it in a more traditional way, maybe for 45 minutes. But for 45 minutes is not enough time to cancel the entire class. So classes that have a significant demonstration of learning required, we're going to have the students come in each and every day as well. Then we have classes that are sort of a hybrid, where there's limited demonstration of learning that's required for the teacher. And this is a picture of our innovation lab that's primarily used by our engineering class here at the GRCTC. They have kind of a hybrid setup. Their normal classroom is computer-based, so the teacher will be able to interface with the students and do some virtual learning. But then we may call the virtual students in to demonstrate their learning or prototype their plan inside this lab. And we've got lathes, mills, saws, drills. And so to access that part of the curriculum, they would need to come to the school. Here you have a picture of our architecture lab, and this is a class that can be predominantly done on a virtual platform. So yes, the face-to-face students would be here, but the virtual students would be able to stay home for most of the time. However, there is one spot that we would need to call them into the school, and that is for their certification and practice in that certification. So the teacher may be reaching out to you and saying, hey, a week from now, I need the kids here for about a week. We're going to practice using the software. And then in about a month later, they may call them in for another week and test them on that certification. Several classes are like that here at the GRCTC. But remember, they're going to reach out to you on Monday and Tuesday of next week. Finally, here is a picture of our accounting lab. And accounting here at the GRCTC is a class that can be achieved exclusively through virtual learning. However, let me make a point very clear here. Students that pick face-to-face will still be able to come to the GRCTC for this class. What I'm really referencing here is if a virtual student has picked that remote learning, these are the 5 different categories of classes that we have where the student may have to interface all the time, to some of the time, to none of the time, like here in accounting. Because of the software and the certification being available online, the virtual student would be able to stay home exclusively. So let me be honest, that is a little bit of information for all of you to consume. We've been thinking long and hard about it here at the center, but let me just rephrase it to you. So face-to-face students, if that's what your family has picked, after Labor Day, barring any other regulations or changes or numbers or anything from our federal, state, and local authorities, face-to-face students would be coming to the GRCTC after Labor Day. What I'm really focused in on here is virtual families and what that looks like for a CTE class that has hands-on curriculum. So if you're a virtual family, there may be classes that require a significant amount of time here at the GRCTC to no extra time here. What I want to be clear about is the teachers will be talking about this on Monday and Tuesday. We've spent all day today on this lovely Friday going through it and making sure that they know. So they're going to be the primary point of communication. But then we're also available here in the office. Make sure you reach out to us through our campus email at a012@garlandisd.net and at our campus phone number 972-487-4588. Or you can reach out to me directly. Once again, this is Coleman Bruman, the proud principal here at the Gilbert Reed Career and Technical Center. Thank you for your time.